Valorize your mental health because your mental health is everything worth prioritizing for. This time around, Emeka got woto beaten, guys. Yes, Emeka got well beaten for trying to sell out a fraudulent property. Do you know that Cheta scammed Emeka and gave Emeka the fake document of the land that Jonathan entrusted the original documents into her hands? So she gave the fake one to Emeka, and Emeka's buyer took it to the land registry and discovered that those documents are fake and returned back and told Emeka that word, meet me so that we can discuss payment. And Emeka was like, payment for the 150 million. The guy said yes, and Baby was so happy. When Emeka got there, it was one hell of a beating that it was only the devil that could rescue Emeka from the hands of these people. I'm just so happy that Emeka got well beaten and Emeka was rushed to the hospital, and Debbie was called to come there in order to rescue Emeka and pay the hospital bills so that treatment could commence on Emeka. Now, talking about Cheta, Cheta on her own part, after selling the house because she got the original documents of the house and the original documents of the land. She have already sold the house and money is already in her keeping. And now the buyer of the land is about to come and do a deposit of 100 million into her account as well. So her attitude and behavior have changed in the house. She no longer behaved the same way again as the loving wife of Mr. Jonathan. This time around, Cheta had to do what? Cheta had to poison the food of Jonathan. She put substance in that food for Jonathan to eat and buy, so that when Jonathan buys, Jonathan will no longer be there to distract her again by doing follow up to catch her for the criminal act she has committed. So, will Cheta succeed in buying Jonathan or not? Something that we need to watch to discover at the end of this video. So, talking about Jonathan had to eat up the food that this lady has poisoned. Now, Jonathan rushed and met Kennedy and told Kennedy that this is what is going on. Cheta's behavior have just changed. Why would Cheta not change when money of the house is already in her keeping? And Kennedy laughed and told Jonathan that I told you from the very beginning, from the first day you got married to this lady, that your life have taken another turn around. And Jonathan left home. When Jonathan got home, guess what? Cheta did not just end at that level. Oh. Cheta also brought in another man in Jonathan's house, and they had to make out together. Hey, when I tell you people valorize your mental health, it's not joke. Oh. Jonathan's mental health has been attacked this time around, and Jonathan was shocked that a whole Cheta, my own Cheta, did this to me. Bring another man, and Jonathan wake them up. It was like a dream. So Jonathan was like, somebody wake me up from this slumber, from this dream. And guess what happened? Immediately Jonathan wake them up. The man was like, how dare you disturb my beautiful, enjoyable, happy moment with my beloved wife, Cheta. Jonathan was like, are you crazy? Cheta is my wife and not yours. So how dare you open your mouth and tell me that in my own house? Jonathan wanted to beat up this guy, but guess what? This guy had to bundle Jonathan, throw Jonathan on the floor, and pounded Jonathan like pounded yam. Jonathan was asking for help from Cheta. Cheta was refereeing the match. Cheta was like, give him more, baby. Beat him more, baby. Put marks on his body, baby. And that is how they were pounding Jonathan. Jonathan is like, Cheta, I cannot believe this. I can't believe you are the one doing this to me. Cheta, how can you be doing this to me? My love. Remember, I love you so much, Cheta. Cheta said, forget about it. I don't love you. This is my guy. So, beat him more. And Jonathan rushed and escaped for his dear life. But where was Benny when all this beating was taking place? Benny was so lucky that Benny was not in the house, like they would have bundled all of them plus Benny and beaten all together. Guys, a lot is happening. I told you that there is a lot of woto into this episode, right? Talking about Jonathan. Jonathan escaped, and when I met up with this his friend again, Kennedy. Kennedy was shocked to hear the story. Kennedy said, my man, what you are telling me is a lie. Jonathan said, where? Cheta brought in another man inside my house and got me beaten. Kennedy said, oh boy, Your own has finished. Oh, bundle her once and just throw her out of that house. Jonathan said, I cannot do such a thing to Cheta. Kennedy was like, why? You were just simply suspecting Clara, but you chased her away, right? Now, you have received your own karma. This is your own karma like this. Cheta is your karma. You chased a good woman away and you did everything possible to inflict pain on her. Now, your karma has come for you. So, you are going to endure it. I told you that I was going to laugh last, right? So, my brother, what is the reason? Why is it that you don't want to chase this woman out of your house? And Jonathan said, because all the businesses, she's the one handling it. My house documents, I give them to her. The land properties, the one my father gave me that is worth hundreds of millions, I gave it to her. And she is the one to do everything. So if I chase her away, I will be at the losing end. So I can't do such a thing right now. I am just so confused. I never knew Cheta could do this to me. I am shocked. It's like it's a dream. Somebody wake me up. And Mr. Kennedy carried his hand on his head and said, blood of Jesus! Blood of Jesus! What have you just done? You just took the last nail and nail your coffin with it to be buried, Jonathan. You have just finished yourself. Who does that as a man? How can you carry everything about you and hand it over to Cheta, your woman? Jonathan, is something wrong with you? You get sense or you don't get sense, Jonathan? Why am I even sitting here and discussing with you? Discussing with you is like a waste of time because you have never for once had sense or reason like a human being. Jonathan, you are the biggest fool of the century that I've ever seen. Jonathan said, why are you approaching blame now? Why are you blaming me? Give me solution. Don't blame me. For real? You are to be blamed, Jonathan. Yes, because they gave you good advice. You refused listening. Now, you are now saying that they should not blame you. You say you are confused. Your confusion is still to start. Now, away from that, guess what? Jonathan also received a call. Emeka was rushed to the hospital after well beaten. He was unconscious, and when they got to the hospital, Debbie came there because the doctor saw Debbie's number in his phone. Remember, my partner in crime, so they communicate more often. So when Debbie came there, Debbie was shocked. Debbie was like, Emeka, what is going on? They said they attacked him and he's unconscious. So Debbie made some payments and they commenced treatment immediately. Emeka had to regain his self. When Emeka regained consciousness, Emeka told Debbie that he was attacked by who? By the land buyer, that he took the documents to the land registry and discovered that what? That those documents were fake. Meaning Cheta must have given me a fake document, and Debbie was shocked. Debbie was like, Cheta dares not. Wait, I will rush to the land office and discover for myself to find out, okay? And she took the papers and called who? Kennedy and who? And Jonathan. They had to rush there. Jonathan was shocked to hear the incident. Kennedy was shocked. Kennedy said, we should report this to the police now. Emeka was lying there looking at them, and Debbie said, no, police are not to be involved in this matter. Police authorities not to be involved in this matter. Because they know that if a police is involved in this matter, then they are going to be exposed because they are criminals. And I'm just so happy that this is happening in their camp. Confusion is already in their camp. And Kennedy left. When Kennedy left with Jonathan, guess what? This lady also rushed to the land registry and discovered that those documents were fake. She came back devastated, shattered, guys. She could not believe it. She said, why would Cheta do a thing like that to us? Where did we go wrong? And Emeka was like, Cheta dare to scam me, scammer of all scammer. This is unbelievable. I'm going to finish that girl with my bare hands. I'm going to scatter that girl. I'm going to rubbish her in this town. That means that Jonathan complaining that Cheta's attitude have changed. This only shows that what? That Cheta have sold the house already. And now Cheta is about selling the land, meaning the money is already in Cheta's keeping and she's going to vanish from the city. And Debbie said, no, I cannot pick up Cheta from the street. I want to clean Cheta, and Cheta want to rub mud on my face. I'm going to buy her instantly. And Emeka said, don't bother, I'm going to handle this thing. Now, it's no longer a fight between Jonathan and Emeka and Debbie. It's not a fight between Cheta, Emeka and Debbie. This is a very good one. A big round of applause for Cheta. Yes, guys, this is how it all happened. And now Emeka said they are going to discharge him right now, and he's going to sign an undertaking because the doctors are refusing to discharge him. So the doctor said, for you to leave, you are going to sign an undertaking that you are the one responsible for your discharging, and it was done under due influence from you. So Emeka signs it that he wants to dash off and rush to that mansion, meet up with Cheta face to face. Either they share their money, or Cheta give them their own part of the money, or everything will scatter. They will expose everything and everybody will lose. Hey, my people, let me hear from you in the comment section below. What do you think about this? Are you happy? Because it's going to be fire for fire, water for water. But will they be able to meet up with Cheta? Because by getting to that house, maybe Cheta must have fled away. Guys, valorize your mental health because your mental health is everything worth prioritizing. See you in our next video. Subscribe if this is your first time watching us, because here we bring you nothing but premium entertainment and reality show to valorize your mental health. Love you people all. See you in our next video. From me to you all is mwah, 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 mwah. This laughter is for Emeka and Debbie, guys. Let me hear your own laughter in the comment section below.